one of the most important things in wildlife photography, and nobody talks about it, and I am totally blown. So let's talk about it today. Hey guys, this is Ijaz. I'm a fashion and wildlife photographer. Today I want to speak to you guys about something which is so important, but yet nobody speaks about it. And that is a tracker. The person who takes the responsibility of your life when he's taking you out in the field. I very seldom go for a wildlife trip with groups. I want what I want when I want it in terms of photography. I want to shoot it from my left and not from my right. Or I may want to shoot it at this time and not at that time. I may do many things that are so not acceptable by other people around me. So if I go in a group to take photographs, it becomes a challenge. I don't want to be the sour guy. I don't want to be the guy who everybody's like, that guy is not good to go with. So I normally take trips by myself. And when I do take trips by myself, I basically sign up to say to my tracker, who is going to take me close to this puma or the Arctic wolf, that, hey guys, my life is in your hands. My wife, my children, people who work with me, everybody thanks you for helping Ijaz to live. And why do I say that? Because in my opinion, nothing could be more important. You could have the best camera, you could have the best lenses, the best tripod, the best. But if your tracker does not take you to the right spot at the right time, mind you, right spot, right time, you will never ever come back with anything. Invest in the best tracker there is. When I say invest in the best tracker, I don't mean that you are going to spend thousands of dollars. Yes, of course you are. If you're going to get a tracker that will just take you and nobody else to a certain spot to get the right animal, yes, you will have to pay a lot more money, but you have to know the person. That is what I mean by investing. You have to know the person. You have to make sure that the person is going to dig you out of a hole. I was in Norway. I was up in the mountains and there was a storm approaching. So I had a broken knee. I actually had a torn meniscus in my knee. So I'm just going to say broken knee, kind of, right? So everybody gets it. Wearing my boots, my snow boots, and wearing the skis, it was difficult to walk, period, right? But then I had to hike up, and I think it was like maybe 3 hours, 6 hours, something like that. I have no idea how long it was to hike. So this happened in New York, where I was working out with my older son, and he was doing squats, and I think he reached 145, and I wanted to up him a little bit, and I went up to 150, and as soon as I came down and I went up, I felt it in my knee. It was like noise came in, and it was like that big the very next day. I was going on a trip, so I said, forget the doctor, I'm going to take care of it myself. I put ice and everything, and within 3 weeks or so it got smaller. I knew the doctor would say go for surgery, and then I would be in bed for 6 months. I said, nah, I'm not doing it. Bad choice. So I land up in Norway now with a broken knee, and I am there, and I'm walking up with, I'm going to say about 50, 60 pounds of gear on my back. And I have this other gentleman who is my tracker. His name is Sig. My God, this man is tough as can be. So we go up, and it starts to storm. It's gray, and the snow is piling up inches every 15 minutes. So we get what we get. I say, okay, great, I've got my images, let's go. And we started to hike back. When I'm hiking, I can't move. I can't move at all.
Hello, my friend. Who hates me now?
Oh my God. I didn't think I was so fucking weak.
I'm limping with the gear on my back. Of course, I have an ego that I need to carry all my gear. Sig is like, Ijas, come on, let me get your gear. Himself, he's got a lot of gear because we were tenting, right? So he's got all the tents and he's got the food and he's got this and he's got that. And he's pulling it on the sled. 300 pounds of his gear. And I'm feeling guilty to give it to him, but I want to give it to him and I can't really walk. Bottom line, I give it to him, and then what he does is he puts me on the sled. Because I can't. My knee has swollen up again, up there. It's so huge. I can feel it. Like my pants are tight on my knee. That's how big it's become now. And I can't move. And I'm like, Sig, I can't do this. It's impossible. And he's like, okay. So he takes my gear, puts it on the sled, and then not only does he put my gear on the sled, he puts me on the sled as well, and he puts it on his back, the ropes, and he's pulling me.
How are you, Jess?
I want that video. Oh, send that over to my son. Hello!
Woohoo! This is much funnier than a dog sled.
If not for Sig, I don't know if I would make it back. It was storming. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. And then after we got to a certain place, he lifts me up on his shoulder and he walks me a little bit because it was really steep. And that's why I say these guys are so important. To have a tracker like Sig, I go anywhere in the world with him without a doubt that I know he's going to take care of me and he's going to be amazing. Talk about trackers. There's another tracker that I have to speak about, the gentleman who got me this Arctic Wolf. It's just they take it upon themselves to protect you, to make sure that everything is coming out okay. It's just insane that us photographers don't speak about the importance of having a tracker. One is they save your lives. At least they've done that for me many times. I mean, it's not just that one time. I've had situations many times in my wildlife photography career. And I know that without them, I wouldn't make it. Now, simply because I do take a lot of chances. As a photographer, I feel my job is to bring back something that people have not seen before. In order for me to do that, I have to put myself in a situation that I have never put myself into before. If I do something that was never done before, I get something that was never achieved before. So hence, I put myself into these situations, and I wouldn't be able to without these trackers. Without the trackers that I work with, it would be just impossible. So hats off to you guys. You know who you are. Sig, I don't know if you're listening to this or not, but thank you so much. Raymond, I can't thank you enough. And the gentleman in Chile, I was walking alongside the puma literally 15 feet away. She was walking, I was walking, she was walking, I was walking. I wasn't even getting the photographs. So I ran in front of the puma and I literally, puma kept on coming at me and I'm sitting and I went down on my knees and I was taking my photographs. If not for him, the puma would have got me. I would have been the puma's food. I do put myself into situations, but the trackers are the reason why I do, because I have so much faith and trust in them. And I know that without them, I wouldn't be able to get it. I just want you guys to know, you want images that no one has had. Find yourself an amazing tracker. When I say amazing tracker, he not only wants to protect you, he also must know where the animal is. He must know everything about the animal, like what they do, what they eat, how they do it, where they come to at a certain time during the day, for which if you had to research, you would be spending years to know at what time does that puma come to what spot and drink from there. And now, again, I've not been to Africa, so I cannot speak much about Africa. I know that people get on to trucks and they drive you around and you see what you see and you shoot what you shoot. Awesome. I am not that kind of a photographer. I am not. I'm a person who goes on foot. And I don't like to shoot from cars. I don't like to shoot from boats. I like to feel like I'm achieving it because I've put in so much work into it. But my work is nothing without my trackers. Sometimes they find me crazy and sometimes they want to get rid of me, but thank you for putting up with me and thank you for helping me out. And as far as you guys, the viewers, are concerned, find yourself trackers. If you are ever going to locations that I photograph in, send me a message and I will try and connect you guys with these trackers. So this way you can, go take these photographs because they will protect you and they will bring you to the right place at the right time when the animal comes so you can go do your job while they've done theirs. So that's it for now. I know it's not a technical video, but I have to be honest with you, without a tracker, nothing at all. Get yourself good trackers, get yourself good images. I'll speak to you guys soon. Thank you so much.